Meeting is called to order. The Runnemede Board of Education meeting is called to order. The Board of Education is in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled the Open Public Meetings Act. The time, date, and location of this meeting was appropriately advertised by notifying the retrospect as well as posting notices in the Borough Hall, Runnemede Post Office, Maryville School, Alliant Bingham School, Grace Downing School, and the Runnemede Public School District website. Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I have the roll call board members, please.
Ms. Trillo.
Here.
Ms. Smith.
Here.
Ms. Panzarella.
Here.
Ms. Farry.
Here.
Ms. Davidson.
Here.
Mr. Buckheim.
Here.
Ms. Beebe. Ms. Dare.
Here.
Ms. Spalding.
Here. Also present, Mark Iannucci, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Sean McCarron, Business Administrator, Supervisor of Curriculum and Instruction, Mr. Steve Peely, Mary Volz Principal, Mr. James Winklespect, Vice Principal Mary Volz, Lori Hines, Child Study Team Supervisor, and Butch Bruner, Supervisor of Building and Grounds. At this time, I need a motion to approve the special meeting on August 24th and the regular, 25th, and the regular meeting on August 25th.
I make a motion to approve both meetings, the minutes from both meetings.
Second.
Motion made by Maria, seconded by Chaz. I don't believe there's any questions. Roll call.
Ms. Dare.
Abstain.
Ms. Beebe. Mr. Buckheim.
Yes.
Ms. Davidson.
Yes.
Ms. Farry.
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Ms. Trillo.
Yes.
Ms. Spalding.
Yes.
Motion passes.
At this time, I need a motion to approve the financial report for the period ending August 2014.
I'll make that motion to approve the financial.
Motion made by Patty Smith,
Second.
seconded by Naomi.
Ms. Dare.
Yes.
Mr. Buckheim.
Yes.
Ms. Davidson.
Yes.
Ms. Farry.
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Ms. Trillo.
Yes.
Ms. Spalding.
I'm sorry, yes.
Motion passes.
At this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Peely and Mr. Winklespect to come on up and introduce our guests.
Okay, one of our goals this year was to let the board know some of the happenings going on in all three schools. Both schools took this month, and I'm going to let them do all the talking. We have good representation here of a recently elected 8th grade student council, and let me present the president, Rachel DeGiorgio.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I'm the 2014 8th grade president. I'm also part of the field hockey team, and the captains of the soccer team are Jake Fazy, Nathan Clark. Also on the field hockey team is Elena Falciani. The vice president is Paige Gosowich, and part of the executive board is Lexi Sherpel, Elena Falciani, Julia Petrangelo, Elisa Ramos, Kayla Schaub, and Marilyn Lamar. I'm Rachel, and I'm the president of Mary Volz for the 2014-15 school year. I look forward on trying my best to make this school year the best it could possibly be. Last Friday, we had a school dance, and overall, it was pretty successful. Also, we had 2 field hockey games so far this week. We won the first, coming to a close 2-1. The second game, we held strong but lost 7-0 to the high school level team Berlin. Overall, we had a pretty good week here at Mary Volz.
I remember them days.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
We also have a couple of other groups here represented. Some of the girls are going to stand and speak, but we have some representatives from the soccer team. I'll introduce to you to the captains. They also have a group with them. Go ahead, gentlemen.
I'm Jake Fazy, and I'm one of the captains on our school soccer team. We recently had a game against Barrington. We managed to win 4-3. We don't really beat them. I hope as a team that we'll be able to have a fun and successful season.
Thank you.
I'm Nathan Clark, and I'm also a captain. Our record is 2 wins and 1 loss. Our teams consist of 5th through 8th graders. We have to make I hope to make the playoffs. I hope that kids will learn some new skills on our soccer team.
All right.
Yes, have a seat. I'll take it over from here. Let me tell you that these guys are a little bit nervous, as you can see. Public speaking, they're working on it. I will tell you that the sports has been extreme buzz. The girls field hockey team started. I'll introduce those girls in a second. But the third party in the soccer group had a pretty big game the other day against Barrington, and as they said, we haven't beat Barrington around here in a while. We are affectionately naming him Runnemede Ronaldo Jr. This is Gregory Schmid. He scored 3 goals against Barrington. We won 4-3, so he's feeling pretty good. The team is actually feeling pretty good, gelling together, doing a lot of positive things. So good job, guys. Keep up the good work. A couple more field hockey players. As you see, some of them also kind of serve dual roles. These guys are all students as well. They work hard in the classroom. They put forth a lot of effort. They do multiple things, carry many hats. We like to see that students that are involved in sports and extracurricular activities do well in their academics. So we like to see the connection. So ladies, turn it over. Field hockey.
Hello, I'm Elena Fastiani.
I'm Rachel. I'm Elisa Ramos. I'm Alexa Sheffield.
And we're like all part of the field hockey team. We're all 8th graders. So it's like our last year. It's kind of meaningful to us. Our team's really, it's not as bad, but it's like a very decent team so far. And the 8th graders, like, it's sad to be our last year. And like, I don't know, I'm just like gonna miss it a lot being with like the same people. And like, I don't know, it's a great experience. Like getting to play sports with them, being in class with them, and just getting involved with like all my friends.
I basically said everything.
You don't have to say anymore.
I actually have a question for all the sports teams. Has it
I
helped?
think these two ladies still want to
Go,
go.
go, go.
Yes.
So like, I'm gonna miss everyone's on the team because now we're at, like, if I want to play Triton and Triton, I want to play field hockey, and I have to use a whole new team, and now everyone I know is gone. So it's like, I have to go
And you won't be the oldest. You know, then you'll be coming to be the babies. That's tough.
I just wanted to say when I started off in field hockey, I didn't do 4th grade, but I did 5th grade. I had no experience in field hockey, and I've come to grow a lot of experience, and I've made a lot of new friends this way. And I've just been like looking forward to the 8th grade last game with all of the cakes and stuff like that. I would just like to thank all the coaches that we've gone through a couple, Mr. Griffiths and Ms. Craig, and Mr. Clancy, and I just wanted to say how much these girls in 4th grade.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just before I dismiss them, I just want to say thanks for coming back. Thank all the parents that took the time out of their busy lives. And one of the most valuable things about all this, whether it be sports, whether it be student council, is hearing student feedback about what's important to them, what makes their time here at Bolt special. Even though I don't know if no homework things are going anymore, they try to throw that one out there during the election. But it's just neat to hear the feedback, and it's one of those moments that the administrator run around crazy. And the actual, it's good to take time and use some of this to do what we can to make it the most enjoyable experience we can. So everyone, thank you. We're proud of you.
You don't have to stay, like Mr. Peely said, for this boring old people. All right, at this time, I would like to open up for public comments on agenda items only. Does anyone in the public have any questions about any items on the agenda? No? Okay, then we will move along to reports. Did you want to touch on yours publicly, Mr. Iguchi?
Sure, I can mention a couple of things. Just regarding district enrollment, 847 students, including those 9 out-of-district placements. I want to thank the teachers and administration as well as the parents for the opening of the school year. I was able to attend some of those opening day festivities in all 3 buildings. It's always a exciting and nerve-wracking time. We didn't seem to have too many kids didn't want to come in. I know Ms. Dockery, I know some of your kids always don't want to come in that pre-K 3 room in the beginning.
They're
but
doing great.
They're hanging, they're doing well. So we're excited. Back to school nights.
No more tears, no more crying.
Those who went to back to school nights, I mean,
Standing room only.
it was literally standing room only. So that was great. So I want to thank all those people that were involved in that, and also Mr. Bruner for some of the maintenance upgrades and things like that to get the buildings ready. So we're excited. The year started, and we're excited to get it going. So thank you.
Thank you. Moving along to other reports, is there anyone here, any PTA update? Anyone want to give a PTA update? No, that's the report, okay. Camden County Ed Services Commission,
I don't have anything as of right now.
okay. New Jersey School Board Association report?
Nothing until our next meeting, which will be in November, other than I want to say that one of our board members sitting up here and to my immediate right is running for a state officer's position, and I wish her well,
Thank you.
and hopefully she'll be the next person in that position. What is the position exactly again?
It is the Vice President of Finance for New Jersey School Boards Association. So, I'm the only female running with an all-male, nomination
Yes.
position.
Okay.
I feel that there should be Camden County representation in the state, which we do not have. And I feel that there should be a woman representing the board, would give them a little different diversity, in our county as well, so.
Well, we wish you the best and good luck.
Thank you.
When is that election?
November, it's at the Delegate Assembly, November 14th.
November 14th. Okay, so we'll see you before then, but good luck.
Oh, yes, thank you. I do have a little,
Go ahead,
quick
Ms.
report, if that's okay.
Yes.
I went to the Board of Directors meeting in Trenton for New Jersey School Boards Association, and they have launched some new initiatives, and I just wanted to let everybody know about them because it involves you. They're hoping to do a new Board Academy training seminar, which would be for STEM, which is science, technology, education, and mathematics, and that would be part of your learning community, and it would also get you certified as a board member. So that was a new training that they're going to try to incorporate next year. At workshop for the 100th anniversary, they gave a report at the meeting, and they said on Tuesday at 9 there's going to be a huge kickoff ceremony, and they're going to have a big red ribbon cutting ceremony for everybody that's there at 9. And they're going to have the Commissioner of Education there as well to speak to us. And from 11:30 to 1, they're going to close the whole floor down, and they're going to give the first 2,000 people a free lunch, so that you can have lunch and go to your action labs, and you can participate in any of the groups that are there. And then on Wednesday, they're going to have a huge reception at the Taj Mahal. I believe that's in the evening, starting at 6:30. Because of the situation in Atlantic City, the Taj Mahal has been in contact with the school boards, and they say that they are going to remain open for the convention, and they're going to have full service to what they need there as well. And they've changed the legislative update on the committee. The meeting was supposed to be this Saturday, but they've changed that to be during the convention. I forget what day, but it's going to be during the convention. It'll be a little more convenient, I think, for people. So, yeah, so I think that's everything. And I have all the information. I'll pass that along that I was at the, I think that's everything.
And go ahead. Yeah, yeah, Dr. We're probably gonna say the same thing.
Just one thing that I wanted to touch on was the food service with Black Horse Pike Regional. It's something that we've gone back to this school year. Feedback that I've been getting from staff members and students in regards to food quality has been excellent. We have changed some processes in terms of the way in which lunch tickets have gone out, the way in which parents are able to pay, now being able to pay through the parent portal of real time. And I've received positive feedback from that. So if, I just want to say if you hear anything otherwise, please make sure that you tell them to contact the business office. But everything with Black Horse Pike has been extremely accommodating, helpful, and it's been a great experience.
I went in for lunch the other day, and I did happen to randomly get one for lunch, and they were so upset because they got 20 dozen stale rolls. 20 dozen, like when they opened up the rolls, it was the first day, and they were so excited and happy to be. So they ran to they ran and got fresh rolls. So she said, I can't send hoagies over the first day with stale rolls. So it's just nice to know that they thought I was coming down there to complain or something. I was just coming down there to grab a salad for lunch myself, but it is nice to know that we have that personal,
That's nice.
that personal touch again there. Something people who really want to service our students, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, can I say one more thing?
Keep
I just
going.
remembered. While I was there, they had a camera crew at the meeting, and they wanted people to say happy anniversary to New Jersey School Board, so they caught me.
Yes.
And so I kind of said on behalf of our board,
Okay.
to give Camden County some representation, that we, are excited to celebrate the 100th anniversary. So you might see it at the convention with me there, so I just wanted to prepare.
Well, I don't think that any of us are worried about you.
Okay.
We're thankful that you dedicated so much time to represent us.
I didn't get official permission to.
No,
step on the board,
absolutely.
but
You
it was
absolutely
like-
have our
I was like,
permission
oh my God.
anytime you want.
So it was fun, and they asked me some questions, so I hope I didn't blabber, so you know how I am. Blabber too much.
Thank you for representing
You're
us,
welcome.
Naomi, and good luck again.
Thank you.
We're very excited for you.
Very proud. Very
Yes,
proud.
yes. I also wanted to say, what I was going to say is on the board member page, Dr. McCarron is uploading things for the workshop for us to see on a daily basis, any invitations or anything that we get. So that way, we're not searching or losing them like I do. And they're all up on that page. So if you log in, especially in the next few weeks, we'll be getting a lot. So he's going to just scan them and put them right on the website for us.
Now, that's a question at that point. Are we already registered for, because I was checking the website today and going to registration, whether we've already been registered
The
or?
only thing, everyone's been registered who's attending. However, and then I will additionally register everyone for their next governance class based on the form that I received from New Jersey School Boards.
Okay.
So that's the only thing I will be registering for will be governance, but everyone's been booked with the room and also for registration. So your
Okay.
badges should be coming in. I have yet to receive those, but as soon as I do, we do have a meeting in 2 weeks. So you will receive your badges. I already have invitations, as Samantha said though, I will be scanning them also, so that way you will be able to access it with any internet connection, if you aren't able to locate them. They will be available.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so, any other updates? I think we're good there. Any other reports? And we'll go into new business. Property and transportation, I need a motion to approve items number 1 to 6.
I make a motion to approve items 1 through 6 under property and transportation.
Motion made by Maria,
I'll second it.
seconded by Patty Adair. Any questions? Roll call.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Mr. Buckheim?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Ferry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Cirillo?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under personnel, I need a motion to approve items number 1 through 7.
I'll make that motion to approve 1 through 7.
I'll second.
Motion made by Pat Smith, seconded by Amy. If there isn't any questions, roll call.
I'm real happy about number 6.
Mr. Buckheim?
Yes.
Ms. Ferry? Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Cirillo?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under finance, I need a motion to approve items number 1 through 9.
I'll make a motion to approve items 1 through 9.
Motion made by Maria. I need a second.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Chaz. Any questions? Roll call.
Ms. Cirillo?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Ferry?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Mr. Buckheim?
Yes.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Policies and public relations, I need a motion. Whoops, sorry. It wasn't on my screen. I need a motion to approve items.
It's on that paper.
Yeah. I need a motion to approve items number 1 through 5.
I make a motion to approve items 1 through 5.
Motion made by Maria,
I'll second.
seconded by Patty Adair. Any questions?
I do have one question about
Yes.
HIV, and I'm sorry I didn't ask it during work session. The scores, how are those scores brought forth?
The scores are determined based on the number of programs and HIV instances within the school district. If you look at the scores from last year that were presented, the scores of this year, you'll notice that the scores are pretty much exactly the same.
Okay.
The reason being is that we do have programs, however, if we had complete, they're looking for anyone who goes above and beyond, and we meet all the requirements, and in some areas we go above the requirements, but in not all areas. So for example, last year we had a fall HIB presentation with, the PTA actually provided that last year. This year we'll be doing a fall one and a spring one. So when we do our fall report and our spring report, we'll show that we're having every single school's involved, both in the fall and the spring. It's not just one time during the year. And one of the things discussed during our school safety team meetings was the issue we find with the state in many cases is that everything is bundled in like the first 3 weeks of October, where you have your anti-violence, you have your HIB, you have your respect week, whereas, you know, those are things you want to continue throughout the course of the school year. And I get they're trying to get it up front, but it's making sure that we're continuing that process throughout the course.
Okay. I just thought it was kind of comical, or one of the line items was someone was appointed to be an HIB coordinator or something, and you only got a 2 rateable on it. It's like, how do you read that? How does that work? I just thought that was kind of comical. Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
Any other questions? Roll call.
Mrs. Dare?
Yeah.
Mr. Buckheim?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Cirillo?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Now, policy and public relations. I need a motion to approve items number 1 through 8. Thank you. Motion made by Patty.
I'll second it, you know, I mean.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maria?
But I have a question.
Yes.
So I received a call from a politician earlier this week, and it's regarding one of these policies. And I was gonna bring it up before the meeting, but I think it's better to address it here. Under policy 3283, so it's the last one on the bottom of the page. Does that include Facebook and other social media between the teachers and or staff?
That's what we wanna make the addendum.
That's what we're gonna do.
All right.
What we're going to do, I don't, you had to run and grab your
Yes.
son. We're going to approve this to get it in right now.
Okay.
At our workshop meeting next month, we're
Okay.
going to all have a copy of it.
Okay.
Look thoroughly, and we can add whatever we want into it.
Okay.
So right now, it's, you know, you can read what it says.
Okay.
But Mrs. Strillo thought that it was a little bit
Okay.
vague, a little bit gray, so we're gonna add some more things to
Well,
it.
this is mandated.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, but we
So-
can add specific things to it.
All right, okay.
Okay.
And it still fall within, like, the mandated policy that they're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we can make it as specific as we want.
Okay.
Because we can go over and above.
Right.
What's there.
What's there? We are gonna have the basic, what's mandated by the state right now until the 15th.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, because
okay.
I was like, I'll get that.
And then any board policy can be revised with 2 readings.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Any other questions? Roll call.
Mrs. Dare?
Yes.
Mr. Buckheim?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Cirillo?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes. At this time, we are open for recognition, for any public comment on any item. It does not have to be specific to the agenda. At this time, is there any public comments? If there's no public comments, we have no need for executive session this evening. So before we move to adjournment, our next meeting date, Mr.
I
Dr.
apologize, November.
October 15th.
I'll jump in.
Oh,
We'll
forget
have
it, no
the
meeting
work-
in October, that's
We'll
fine.
have the work session at 6 PM, so the next board meeting is the
Okay.
15th.
Well, I
Yes,
celebrate
Mr. Vice President Buckheim just has one additional announcement before we adjourn.
Yeah, please, between now and the next meeting, I want to thank Pat and Lynn and Mark. We worked on putting together our district's first board member handbook. I ask that each board member please read through it from page 1 to the last page, so you thoroughly understand what's in it. And it's going to be an ever-evolving, We may be making changes as we need to, but I need each of the board members to please become very aware of what's in that handbook, and there's a lot of information that will be helpful when you're taking different steps and reviewing policies and anything else that deals with board meetings.
Oh, it's good for new
And-
people who never have.
Okay. The only other thing I want to mention, I will be attending an all-day workshop in Princeton Saturday, and when we come back to October meeting, I'll have a copy
Great.
of a breakdown summary report for every member and the administration.
Thank you. Any other?
I have one thing.
Yes.
Real quick, a few weeks ago, I went to the Camden County, School Boards Association, like the county meetup, and their program that night was about special education preschool. And, they did findings about children that went to preschool versus did not attend preschool, and it was very informative about, they took statistics about children being able to read earlier, staying in school better, graduating high school. I have the whole, packet was, PDF filed to me, so I don't have the paperwork. But if anybody's interested in that report, I have it
You
in
can
my
always just
school
forward
email.
that. You could just forward it
But it
to
was a
us.
very interesting concept, how they tracked certain, that those students and how well they did in school, how they stayed out of crime, how they stayed out of jail, and they followed them all the way through. So I thought it was very interesting, and when they asked for comments, I commented to the fact that our district has an inclusive preschool program with children that have disabilities. And one thing that I said that they cannot gauge when you have a preschool program like that is the compassion that our children have for one another, for students that have disabilities. And I said that, you can't really measure that in the flow chart that they showed us. But I said, had very positive things to say about that. People approached me afterward and asked me how our program ran. And I said, if you have any questions, to contact the school, because I didn't have specifics, but they were very glad that, our children are showing compassion and are leading. So that's something you can gauge.
Right, and that compassion travels all the way through.
Oh,
That follows through.
Early intervention. I am interested in seeing that report.
Yeah, you can forward it to me too.
Forward it to me, I would like to see that. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
I have something.
Yes.
I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Peely. I already spoke to him about it, and he can pass it on to the child study team and Michelle, some important people. One of my very closest friends was just took over the Thrive program, and none of the schools know about it, and it's free to families and children. Got it? It's huge. This is the pamphlet, just so you know when you get this, this is the pamphlet that goes to the family and the kids, so don't call the number on here because they're gonna try to help you. And then this is her business card.
We could probably use
I'm
that.
just telling you ahead of time, you're gonna get offered some help if you call the number on the pamphlet. Her business, I'm gonna give you the one, and she's actually gonna give me a whole bundle of them for you to have. But it's, they just took over, a lot of the schools not took over, but started assisting a lot of the schools in Gloucester County, and then just met with some, people in Camden County. But she said in the meantime, because it's a nonprofit, it's funded by the state, so it's huge. And I think there's a number of families, both parents and children in our district, who don't reach out because they don't necessarily have the resources to do so.
Great.
So I'm gonna turn it over to them, and
Thank you.
hopefully we will be talking about it in a future board meeting.
At this time, I'm not asking if anyone else has anything else. I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Chaz, seconded by Pat Smith. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting
No, I
adjourned
thought-
at